This is Jane Marie.
And this is Soko.
You are now listening to the Queer Ambition Podcast.
The Queer Ambition Podcast is the only podcast celebrating rising LGBTQ professionals,
providing advice on navigating the modern workplace,
and discussing polarizing topics within the community.
Now listen up.
Okay, awesome. All right. So welcome to the Queer Ambition Podcast. Today we have Ty from the Melanin Advocate. The Melanin Advocate. I always have trouble saying that. The
Melanin.
The
Melanin.
Melanin.
No.
The Melanin.
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 No.
So the Melanin Advocate created to fight against colorism. They advocate for people who are of color who feel like their melanin isn't appreciated. I didn't say okay. Their overall goal is to help ban skin bleaching creams in Africa, Asia, Europe, and various Caribbean islands. And they realize that we didn't choose our melanin chose us, and people will respect it. Although I'm not saying melanin right, I'm doing my best.
I love you.
Welcome to the podcast.
All right.
Welcome. We're glad to have you, Ty, the Melanin Advocate.
Melanin.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. So, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Great. How's the holidays been treating you?
Good. I have my son with me over Christmas holidays, so he's been helping me press shirts and get orders out and prepare for 2018. Since, we're doing our big website drop on midnight, New Year's Eve.
So you do all of that yourself? You create everything yourself? Wow.
Everything, logos, printing, everything's done in-house by me.
Wow, amazing. And how do you two know each other?
Well, Atlanta, you meet people at parties.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was literally just me and her at a party or whatever. And then she supported me for a while. And then she bought my hoodie recently. And I was like,
and I look good in this hoodie. This blue is a look.
Even though she don't know how to say it.
Yeah, well,
you know what it means.
Yes, I know.
That's all that matters.
And I have lots of it. So, all right, so let's go into some icebreaker questions.
Icebreakers. Okay. So for the first icebreaker question, this is for all of us. One of these people has to go. Rihanna, Beyonce, Michelle Obama, or Oprah. Ty, you go first.
Rihanna.
What? Oh!
I gotta let her go.
Stop me.
Rihanna.
Hey, she got money, but Oprah got money. Michelle Obama gotta stay. That's the first lady. And then, of course, I'm Beehive all day.
Oh, so okay.
I gotta kill Rihanna off real quick.
All right.
So
Well, who I'm gonna kill? Beyonce. That's who I'm killing.
What? You gonna kill Beyonce?
I'm killing
the Beehive.
Beyonce can go. I don't need Beyonce. She basic. I'm sorry.
Yo, I already hear the comments right now. I already hear the comments, bruh. All right, so out of Rihanna, Beyonce, Michelle Obama, and Oprah gotta go.
What?
Oprah gotta go.
Oprah?
I don't give a damn about Oprah, yo. I'm gonna keep it 1,000.
Are you serious?
I don't give a damn. I don't think anything of her. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know why. She just licks me.
Mother, I'm confused. Oprah.
Yeah, my mother. She don't want to be anybody's mother. She don't want to.
A queen,
Nah.
You didn't aspire to want to be like Oprah.
Not I. I'm good.
You cut Mama Oprah.
Yeah, my heart hurts a little bit. I'm
next. Okay. So for the second question, this one is kind of cliche, but I love asking these questions because I'm curious to know what's important to you, right? So if your house was on fire and you could only take 3 things with you before the entire place burns down to the ground, what 3 things would you bring? Soko.
My dogs. I need to bring them.
So that's 2.
That's 2 things.
That's
my dogs And my dogs and my cell phone. Oh no, my dogs and my suitcase full of important documents.
I feel you.
Mm-hmm. My suitcase full of important documents. Yeah, so those are 3 things. Sage, Gigi, suitcase of important documents.
Ty, what are you bringing? I'm going to save you on something. Your son is not in the house, so you don't have to worry about saving your son.
Okay. I was like, dang, I gotta take him. Like, I can't. Definitely Brittany. That's my girlfriend. I gotta take her.
Yeah, we saving a girlfriend. All right.
Hey, she gotta come with me because gotta pay these bills. And I'm taking my heat press. All my heat press gotta go with me.
That's true. Because you gotta make money.
Yeah. Everything else can burn down. Cell phone can be replaced. Like, I need my laptop and my heat press.
Laptop, heat press, girlfriend.
Yeah.
Not bad. So we making money and we making love. It's good. It sounds good to me. 3 things. See, I'm on the wave of you, Soko. Like, one thing I dread is like having to go to Social Security or having to go and get my birth certificate done.
Right.
So like I'm grabbing my birth certificate and my Social Security card. Oh no, my birth certificate and my passport. I'll let that go. I need my passport.
That was a
3rd thing. Damn, I think I'm gonna bring my laptop because I just got it and I like it.
So wait, J. Marie, how about your girlfriend? She burning in the house?
My girlfriend will be out the house faster than I would. I'm not worried about saving her ass. She's a damn track runner. She'll be like, oh, I thought you would make it. She'd be no.
Leave you first.
She for real. She'd be like, oh, you good. She'd bring all her sneakers and leave me. Okay, Ty, the last icebreaker question for you. What is your favorite song of 2017 and why?
I don't dance now. I make money.
Oh, man. Bodak Yellow?
Bodak Yellow, because I literally was like singing that every time I was doing like business. I was buying stuff for my business. I was like, I'm making money moves. F all these people. I'm getting my money. I don't care about y'all haters. Like that was my theme. My friends know I love Cardi B. Like that.
All right. Soko is not a fan of the Bodaks.
Oh my God. It's not that I'm not a fan. I just think Bodak Yellow is a good song. All right. Don't get me wrong. But where's the other hit? Cardi, where you at?
You right.
We just got Bartier.
Is it good?
Is that a hit? That's a hit?
It might. I might just twerk a little leg to it in here. I don't know if it top Bodak Yellow. Like, I don't want to hear it every day like I did Bodak Yellow.
Okay.
So.
I definitely don't want to hear Motorsport. I'm going to say that right now.
I hate that.
Definitely don't want to hear that.
I skip it just to hear her verse and then I turn it off.
J. Marie, how about you?
This is so tough. I don't even know why I would ask this question of anyone because I can't even answer myself.
Right.
So I'm going to pick something from like something off of SZA's album because like SZA's album was probably like my album of the year. I love that album. And I'm going to say Normal Girl by SZA was my song of 2017. Yeah. Why? I just love her lyrics. I feel like her lyrics are so real. And I feel like I'm not really normal. I never have felt like I'm like, I don't know, anybody's standard. So that's my song.
Okay.
Go ahead, Soko.
I'm gonna have to listen to that.
Because I like so much music. Oh my God. So what am I supposed to pick? I mean, there's different music for different moods that I'm in. But
what's the song for all your moods?
So if I'm gonna pick one favorite song, it's gonna be hard, but it's a little bit basic, but I'm gonna go with Drake, okay? Because More Life gave me life. So we're gonna go with that album. And if I'm gonna pick a song, I'm gonna say Blem by Drake.
I would say that would describe your 2017 if I had to be. Right. Yeah, you were pretty Blem. All
2017. I'm Blem for real. So, yeah, that's a song. That's a song for me.
All right. You guys have successfully survived the icebreaker questions. Now, Ty, we'd like to really introduce you to the podcast by beginning your interview. Are you ready?
No, I'm just I'm ready.
All right, so let's just get into the Melanin Advocate brand from your perspective. So what inspired you to begin this? Take us from the very beginning.
Just growing up, like, of course you see it all the time, like the brown paper bag test in the South and the dark skin versus light skin, and how the hashtags were, everybody was beefing and nobody really was coming together within our own community. Like, and then just also fast forward and just seeing, like, going to different countries and seeing them use skin bleaching creams because companies are promoting white is right, white is better. Like, the lighter you are, the wealthier you are. And I'm just like, you can't pick your skin tone. Like, I don't have a choice in that. And I'm not going to kill myself trying to reach a standard that's not even a real standard. It's just whoever man-made created that standard. So being bullied stuck with me for a long time. Because, I mean, when you're dark skinned, you're always that girl in the crowd that the guys go after light skinned girls, and vice versa. Sometimes light skinned girls go through the same amount of struggles that we go to, but I just know what I went through. And that's why I wanted to create this, so that my sisters can benefit from my brand, so that they love themselves more.
So I don't want to get into anything that might be too hurtful or anything, but could you just tell us a little bit about some of your bullying experiences and how you overcame that?
I'll never forget this one song. It was Peaches and Cream, but they used to sing it, like, they changed the lyrics and it was like bleach and cream. And so that I would get on the school bus and, like, the high school students would be like, oh, there's Darky, she needs a bleach and cream. And they would sing the song the whole entire bus ride, like, every single day. Like, I would remember the people, everything. Like, I'm never gonna forget that song. And I used to, like, when I went home, I used to be like, Mom, like, when I found out what Clorox was, I was like, I just, like, pour, like, cups of, like, Clorox in the water, because I was like, maybe I'll get lighter. Like, I used to pray to get lighter. So that affected me for a long time. Like, still to this day, like, sometimes I have those moments where I'm like, dang, I don't look like her. Like, I'm not the typical standard of what people want to see or what I feel like people think is beautiful. So it took a long time. It took a lot of growing for me to get to where I'm at now. But my brand helped me grow through that.
Wow. Yeah, that's amazing. And, you know, being a dark-skinned woman as well, I feel like I could completely relate to, you know, being bullied. And if I can think of, like, one example is growing up, right? Like, most of the people I was hanging out with were, like, light-skinned and considered the pretty ones. And one year it was my birthday, and one of the guys that we used to hang out with said he was going to get me a bathtub full of bleach to make me lighter for my birthday. So I definitely relate with that. Like, growing up dark skinned, you wouldn't, I don't know, if you're not dark skinned, you wouldn't really realize how much you get made fun of for being of a darker skin tone of people who are just like you know? You're black too. So it doesn't make any sense. So yeah, I definitely relate to that. It's crazy. So, you know, skin bleaching, it's a problem, right? For people of color. We see it in Jamaica. We see it in Africa. We see it everywhere. Why? I don't understand why skin bleaching is such a problem for people of color. Like, why have we can't come to this, you know?
Because it's basically like colorism in a bottle for most people. It's almost like taking everything, like how slave owners and everything was done to us, how people were treated, especially in different countries. Like, it's not just the US. They basically told them, like, especially in India, they told them, if you're darker, you're not wealthy. You're not valued enough to get a wealthy husband. You're not valued enough to be with these people. Girls are not going to flock to you. So a lot of times, a lot of artists, they feel like they'll get more if they're a lighter skin tone. They'll get more favor based on their skin tone. So they're willing to do whatever, go through the extremes, get cancer, skin cancers and everything, just to achieve what they feel is beautiful, because society's telling them that their darker skin tone is not acceptable.
What about, like, within your family? Did they support you and they, you know, teach you self-love? Like, how did your family help you?
Like, my mother is the only, well, my mother's dark skinned like me. So my mother's Jamaican and black, just like me. We're the only ones in my side of the family that are darker skin tone. Mostly all my other side of the family is a lighter skin tone. So of course, one of my cousins' nickname is Red. And of course, you got, you know, when we're going out, we're all like a couple years apart. They get picked first. Like, boys would still be like, okay. So they still say hurtful things. And I've had to address that now that, you know, having my business, they've apologized. for saying those things because those stuck with me. But I was always the darkest one in my family. So it's like, it's always constant jokes. And they don't realize how that affects you growing up because I still remember that stuff.
Right. And it's not funny. It's not funny. But that's also good because you kind of took that fuel and took that fire and put it behind this brand that you're doing so great with. You know what I mean? Sometimes, you know, those unfortunate circumstances can really fuel who you are to be in the future. Like right now.
Exactly.
So me being African, same thing. Like, so many people bleach your skin. So many people, but like even Chinese people bleach your skin.
Yes.
And they're already like pale, you know? It's this whole, you know, a light skin thing, but why isn't skin bleaching like plastic surgery, right? Because people get their nose done, people get their boobs done. So can we look at skin bleaching like the same thing? You're just modifying a part of yourself because you want to be happy.
I think people like people that have vitiligo, I think skin bleaching, if that's something, I would rather them use that than it to be someone that doesn't have any skin issues. Like somebody that's just doing it for vanity reasons, just because they want to do it. Like I have family members that have vitiligo, like they struggle more with colorism or discrimination because of them being, okay, one moment they're dark skinned and then they have, you know, lighter spotches on their faces and stuff like that. They struggle more than us on this topic. So I would rather them have to go through something like that and them use cosmetic surgery to feel better versus it be me and I'm saying, okay, today I'm not feeling being dark skinned. Let me get lighter so I can be more beautiful to someone.
Yeah. But if we look at the celebrities, right? I'm gonna be honest here. Most celebrities have gotten lighter the more popular they've been. Let's look at Beyonce, who I killed earlier. Let's bring her back to life. So if we look at Beyonce from when she first came out with Destiny's Child, I don't know that song with Wyclef, whatever that song was, to now, Beyonce's lighter. Yeah. She's definitely of a lighter tone. Oprah's definitely color purple to now. I don't know if it's the same person I'm looking at. I don't know. Oprah's definitely lighter, and they'll chalk it up to expensive creams. You know what I mean? So
a lot of those creams have they name it something else. Like for the number one product that I know about, Ambi will say dark spot corrector, and most of those creams have the same chemicals to lighten your face, and you keep using it. Of course, your skin is gonna get even all over, but you don't know what you're using on your face. They mask it behind a lot of different names, big names.
Yeah.
So how do we like change this within the Black community? How do we, outside of what you're doing, what other steps are you taking aside from your clothing brand to support, you know, just being proud of your skin color and just kind of doing away with colorism overall?
Well, my goal this year, I've been doing this for a year and a half, but my goal this year is to do a lot more like speaking out at like public speaking events and literally educating people, because a lot of people don't even understand what melanin is. You don't understand how many times I've had to say the definition of melanin because people don't even know what they say melatonin. They don't know what I'm mentioning, but it's the pigmentation in your skin. And I feel like if people just understood more, we can break away from light skin versus dark skin, but it's going to take more than just me. Mm-hmm. Of course, but I gotta start somewhere. So I figured skin bleaching creams. Let's start there. Yeah, that's something I can touch. That's tangible. I can't erase memories of what people went through their whole entire lives. I can't make people stop hating light skinned people. I can't make people stop bullying biracial people. I can't do that. All I can do is kind of push out that positive image of, okay, you don't try to hurt yourself trying to achieve a beauty standard that you don't have to achieve.
Yeah. So the melanin, did I say that? The melanin?
That's okay. When you see my website, I broke it down for people like you so that you can say it too.
So the Melanin Advocate, you know, it's a movement, right? But as a clothing brand, what differentiates you from everyone else? Okay,
so I'm not doing this just for clothing brand. I'm like the hoodies and the t-shirts and stuff was just a revenue model to help promote what I'm doing. Like I look at it as a lifestyle brand. I don't look at it as just me being a street apparel line.
Right.
Like it's gonna be far bigger. I'm gonna do melanin events. Like I'm gonna do stuff for like kids and my son. I have a son who is gonna see the police brutality videos. He's gonna see that stuff. It's a lot more than just shirts and hats and stuff, but those things make you feel good. Those things make you feel like you're pushing a message. And that's why I'm going to separate myself anyway, because I'm me regardless. So I'm going to always be different, and no one can take what I'm doing. They can print the same thing, but it wouldn't be me.
Yeah.
And is this brand your only revenue currently, or do you do work outside of this?
No, I fully work for. So last week, I fully worked for myself full time.
Wow.
Now, I just was like, okay, it's time. It's been time.
So and what made you? What gave you the strength? I was gonna say, what gave you the strength to take that leap? Like,
this is my background story. Like, I was an insurance agent, and every year I've either probably been fired from an insurance agent only because they either can't afford you, or something happens to where you're literally without a job in like 2 seconds, and you're like, dang, I was doing good. Now I don't have no money. So I found out like a week ago that my boss was going to fire my whole staff, the whole staff. And then I just cried. Like I just remember crying. I cried in the office. I sat at my desk. I was like, do I feel like calling somebody else? And I had already promised myself that I wouldn't put myself in another situation where somebody holds my big chunk of my money. They control that amount of money, and that they're responsible for how I live. And my son won't get what he wants just because I'm dependent on that one job. So I just said, hey, thank you. I'm not gonna wait on y'all to fire me in 6 days. I'm rather just be home. I can get my website done. I can get all my stuff done and just go for it. I just feel like mentally, when you've been through so much stuff, and especially I've been through so much stuff in life, I was just like, this was God telling me, okay, here you go. It's now or never. Either you're gonna do it or go back to another job. Either you're gonna break or you're gonna do something about it. So I figured, let's change. Let's do this.
That's awesome. So like you said, it's been a week. How has the first week been so far?
I literally haven't changed any of my habits besides working out more in the morning. Like I wake up at 7 o'clock. Sometimes I'm up, but I'm meditating like first thing in the morning just to mentally prepare myself.
Right.
And then I wake up at 7, I go run. And then after that, I literally am waking up like I'm going to work. I literally go out in the living room, I get out of bed. Like I just do a routine. I've been doing that same routine since the day after. I literally woke up the next day and was like, okay, who I need to contact? I need to make sure I'm connecting with people. Like, and I make a to-do list every day. Right.
How do you find the drive to push yourself? How do you motivate yourself?
The people that depend on me, like I know people say your why is your kids, but my son is my why. Like my son doesn't live with me full time, and I've sacrificed time so that I can do this full time, but I haven't done it full time, and I've depended on jobs. So every time I've gotten him, I've had to give him back because I'm like, oh well, mommy's not financially in a place to have you here in Atlanta. So next year he'll be with me permanently, and I got 8 months to get my shit together. So I was like, you know what? Either I depend on the job or I get my business together so that when he's here, he can do soccer and he can do whatever he wants to do. And he's not worried about me. So he woke me, him and my girlfriend I was like, okay, I don't want her to work 2 jobs just to support us, or I don't want her to do certain things. I think about them, and I think about all these people that said I wasn't gonna make it or won't do anything. And that's what pushes me this whole week. Instead of me crying and moping and sitting on Indeed and throwing up a whole bunch of resumes and working somewhere I know I'm not going to be happy at, I just was like, okay, my website drops in 5 days. 6 hoodies a day will get me the money I need to get.
Yeah, that's how you got to start, right? Focus on per day. What do I need to do per day?
Exactly.
Cool. So you're building this website. You're working on this website. What tool are you using to create this website?
Shopify. I'm a Shopify, but like if I could put some money in stock for Shopify, I'm gonna put some money in stock. I stand behind that product, that platform behind anything else. Like, I won't even use anything else.
Why Shopify over something like Big Cartel or something?
Shopify is like you having your own team without hiring a team. Like, they got customer service apps. They have, everything is like, I literally can leave and go on vacation and my website is still running. Like, it's set up for you to succeed without hiring a whole bunch of people. It's like a lot of drop shipping. Like, let's just say I don't want to go buy a whole bunch of coffee mugs and I want to sell coffee mugs. Well, they have a platform where I can just drop ship from a warehouse and make the coffee mug, and I won't ever have to put the inventory in my house.
Can you describe a little bit more to the audience what drop?
What's drop shipping? Okay, so drop shipping just pretty much means you don't have the inventory. A warehouse holds your inventory. You send them the logo. They put the logo on the product and they'll ship it to the customer without you having to do the shipping or handling or anything like that.
Yeah, so is that how you started off with the hats?
No, I wish.
So how'd you start off?
So when I came out with my dad caps, I found my wholesale warehouse in Norcross, Georgia. And I literally was driving from Stone Mountain, which is 30 minutes to Norcross, from Norcross all the way downtown to embroiderer company that would sew my hats. And I was doing this while working at Verizon at the time, working full time. So I'm literally driving from Alpharetta, Stone Mountain, Norcross, I did this for like the first 6 months and I burnt myself out really fast because I was like, it gotta be a smart way. Like, I can't be the only person in here selling hats. Like, so yeah, I just started, I love quality. So I like to touch my stuff before I ship it to somebody.
Yeah.
So I have to touch my stuff. I have to wash it. I like washing the hoodies to see how they're going to do, like when somebody gets it, because I want them to be like, oh, wow, I had this hoodie for 2 years, 3 years, and it's still good quality.
So now you have this heat press though, right?
Yeah.
So was that a good investment for you to make with?
Oh man, I probably should have got that like 100 years ago. Like the profit of you printing your own stuff yourself, I would tell anybody, get you a heat press, okay? You want to do shirts, get you a heat press, because literally, if somebody says, oh, I want a shirt, I can go to my warehouse that's like 5 minutes away, get a hoodie, come back, press the shirt, and it's done the same day. As long as everything is in stock at the warehouse, I can get stuff done faster. So that improved my shipping times. That improved my customer service time, because people like, dang, I don't have to wait 7 to 14 days for somebody else to print my stuff.
So what were you, prior to developing the Melanin Advocate brand, what were you doing as a creative outlet to kind of express yourself, and what were you feeling about just how the colorism within the community, what were you doing to kind of offset that before the brand?
I think what happened, I forgot who they shot. Sandra Bland. It was either Sandra Bland or I know it was another guy that got killed by police. And I remember
which one? Eric Garner.
It was one where we had one of the biggest protests. It was like a year ago, so I can't even think of the guy's name. Yes, when they were doing all from Ferguson. So we were protesting in Atlanta. We ended up like on the highway and stuff like that. And I just remember when the police came out, because I somehow ended up on the front line. I don't even know how I ended up in front of. I was just trying to march. And I just remember like, respect my melanin. I just remember just screaming like, they don't respect our melanin. I'm just shouting, like, my friend was like, why are you screaming that? And I was like, I don't know, but they need to respect our melanin. And that was like me initially just saying it. And then I was like, oh, I didn't put that on a shirt. And then it just continued from there.
Yeah, that's how it goes. So you mentioned a lot of people that, you remember them. You remember the people that bullied you. And you were talking about the people that doubted you. So what would you say to the people that doubted you if you could say something to them today?
What would I say to them now? What would I say to them now? Just keep watching. I know they're watching. My biggest haters watch me. The people I know that don't like me watch me. They're going to see me. They're going to see my website drop. They're going to have something to say. And I'm going to keep going. And I'm going to throw stuff at them again and again and again. It's going to keep going. So they're going to get tired of me. They're going to get tired of me. So I thank them from the bottom of my heart for pushing me to be this person that I am. Because if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be doing this. So thank you. Thank you, all of y'all. Come to my buy a hoodie. Buy a hoodie.
So your website is launching soon. Tell us about some things that you're going to have on your website.
So my initial website, I really don't want to tell y'all.
Come on, give us a sneak peek. Because the people that are currently listening, that means that website is up now.
Yep.
Okay. So, of course, the hoodies. I'm going to have some pieces that are not on my Instagram. T-shirts. I may do dad caps again. I'm still going back and forth on that.
Why? The dad caps are dope.
I don't know if I want to do beanies or dad caps just because it's the winter. So I'm gonna finalize that tonight. That's like my biggest obstacle. I'm collabing with a lot of people. So within the next week or two, you'll start seeing other brands that I actually am collabing with. Nonprofit organization that I'm gonna be working with too. So within the next 2 weeks, my website probably is gonna change faster than what it, as soon as y'all see it on the first, it's probably gonna be more stuff. So I'm just ready for y'all to see it. Like, I'm happy about that. And then when my photo shoot comes, it's a wrap. It's
okay.
I'm excited to see it. But one thing I want to say is you had a post on your IG of a red bathing suit with your logo on it.
Yes.
And I never saw it ever again. And I wanted it so bad.
Everybody wants that swimsuit.
I want it. Like, can I get it an exclusive?
Ooh. So with the swimsuit, I'm very particular about like material. So I was getting samples sent to me from vendors in China and stuff, and I hated the cut. I also want to wear the swimsuit the way I want to wear it and not have to hide and, tuck anything. So I've been working out. So I was like, okay, I'm going to get to my ideal body weight that I want to be at, and then I'll release the swimsuit. So I gave myself a deadline. So with or without me, the swimsuits will come out, but I'm hoping they come out with me. I have another vendor in China that I'm working with so they can do some custom sexy stuff because we're adults. We can't be out here with no full one piece that ain't got no side boobage or something. We gotta have a little sexy. So just designing them, but I'm really just waiting on me because that's been my motivation to like get healthier is to release that swimsuit. That's my treat to me, is my swimsuit. So I'm giving myself till March.
Okay.
For y'all to get these swimsuits because I ain't got time. Y'all been harassing me about these swimsuits. I went to the Bahamas. I was just wearing this for me. And then I was like, people were like, wait, I was like, I don't have any.
No, that shit was dope. I saw it on you. I'm like, where is that? Like, I kept looking out for it. I was like, all right, I'll do the hoodie because I can't really do the dad caps. So I was like, all right, I'll get the hoodie when I saw it, but let me know when that bathing suit comes out. I am ready.
But I am designing some custom dad caps for people with natural hair. So that's definitely going to be coming out soon. Because of course my hair is going to be too big for me to wear regular dad caps too. So
how does that like a custom dad cap? That's my problem. I have way too many hairstyles all the time. They never fit my head.
So I'm sewing them myself.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm sewing the sample, and I have a vendor in Cali that they'll manufacture my design for a big quantity amount. So working on that, been sending designs back and forth to them because I feel like at the end of the day, most people I know in Atlanta either have locks or big hair. Or everybody can't wear dad caps, and
right.
Everybody can't wear beanies. And so I'm working on that, and that'll be out sooner than later.
Okay.
And what else is going to be on there? I'm also doing a special HBCU crew neck for my top 5 HBCUs.
Okay.
So Spelman, Tuskegee. Of course, I love Hillman. I just love them because I like them. Howard and who else? Morehouse.
Okay. All right. You have so much that you're working on right now. Like, where do you see the brand in 5 years or so?
Shoot, where do I see it in the next year? The next year, I'm gonna be on the HuffPost Essence. I've listed like on my vision board. I have my top 5 magazines, and I write them all the time. 5 years, I'm gonna break the mold of being in like Urban Outfitters. Like, I want to be in stores that I just feel like you don't see enough of us in those stores, even though it's us. Urban Outfitters is literally our style, but not us in the store. Like none of our brands are in that store. Yeah, and even if I can't have myself in a store, I have my own store, a boutique bus or something.
Yeah, I'm kiosk in the mall or something.
Something. So, but no, I'm moving fast. So I've been working hard. I don't feel like I'm gonna slow down anytime soon.
I hear you. I hear that. You're doing good. You're doing big things. And I see you all over IG. People are loving what you're doing. And I respect that. I respect your melanin. I do. So the melaninadvocate.com launches on January 1st. So if you're watching this, that's today. You'll see the link right there in the comments below. Sorry, in the description below. Check it out. The melaninadvocate.com. Also, follow Ty on @the Melanin Advocate. You can see that bathing suit we were talking about. Hopefully by March, right? She's gonna have it for everybody. All right.
Thanks for coming on with us today. It's been great.
Thank you so much.
All right, thank you. Bye, guys.